Hi, namaste, bonjour, hola, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sumit. So today I was just sitting in Jomons and I was like, I need to make a video for you guys to know like which documents are required to apply for your permanent residency in Canada. So without further ado, let's get into the video, guys. Before getting into the checklist, guys, I would like to really emphasize on the fact that if you're going with any consultant, make sure this person is licensed, okay? And you can check that on CICC website under public registrar. CICC's full form is College of Immigration and Citizenship Consultants. So you can go there, you can check the person's name or the company's name and see if that person is like licensed or no, and if their status is active or no. So make sure you do that first before making any payments or anything of the sort, because if that person is not legal, you may even face consequences like refusal of your application. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share like a screenshot of the documents which you require, and you can take a screenshot of it. So first thing first you'll do is give your IELTS exam or else your self-pep exam, whichever it is you feel comfortable with. I was comfortable in IELTS exam and I scored like good. So if you are comfortable in self-pep, you can give that also. So after 6 months of your work experience, make sure like you give it, because it is valid for 2 years. And the thing is like, if you're going on the right path, you think, just give it, because it is for 2 years and it is not going to be harmful, that is why. Next thing is scan your passport, okay? Like your first page, last page, and all your non-blank pages, and keep it in a folder that is required. And if you travel like in between the time, then just keep on updating it. Scan all your work permits, your study permits, and keep it in a folder. Next is the digital photo. So it shouldn't be older than 6 months, okay? And I would suggest you go to a proper photo shop, do not go to Pharmaprix, because I did it and it wasn't good. The picture did not come well. Like, I would rather take it in my phone, that's why. Later, scan all your educational degrees and keep it in a folder. Make sure you put all the transcripts, your certification, everything, okay? Everything. Do not skip on anything. If you don't have, make sure you ask your school or your university for that and get it ready, okay? Don't keep these things at least for the last moment. Later, have your offer letter ready also. Notice of assessment. This is a very important step. Make sure you file your taxes for every year. Do not skip on any years, because if you don't do that, they're going to literally ask you like, why didn't you file your taxes? And even penalties are there. So make sure you file your taxes every year. Do not skip on that just because you don't have the money or something. It literally takes like 80 to $100, or else you can even do it through Well Simple. Like, if you want, you can Google it or Chat GPT and it helps you. I have done it through Well Simple. I haven't gotten that much of money though, because like I did it by myself. However, I would suggest you do it. Like, make sure you file your taxes every year. Next is resume. Make sure you have your resume up to date every time, okay? Every time. And keep it in line with your offer letter, okay? Do not add extra stuff just because, like, they wouldn't understand. Make sure you go all legit in your resume also, okay? Next is reference letter from your previous job, past job, any past job outside Canada, in Canada. Make sure you have reference letter for from everyone. Okay, this is very helpful, because if there is something which, like, some of the documents you don't have, and like if IRCC asks you like, hey, I need this document or something related to it, so at least you have your reference letters also from your previous workplaces. Next is all your pay stubs also from your part-time, full-time job, everything. Make sure you have all your pay stubs from all your jobs. Even if you did it outside Canada or in Canada, make sure you have them, okay? I know it is a lot of pay stubs, but just make sure like you don't skip on any steps, because this is a serious stuff going on. It's not like a joke moving to a different country. Next is WES, World Education Services. That is your evaluation test of your education outside of Canada. So ensure that you evaluate your all your educational degrees outside Canada. That's a literal must, okay? So once you have like created an account and paid $350, then you have to register with your own university in your home country and ask them to sort of like collaborate with WES and help them giving your transcripts, everything of the sort. So I did with University of Mumbai, which costed me 15,000 rupees for them to have them help WES sort of. And they sent all my transcripts and my certification to WES also, and then WES evaluated and did it into Canadian equivalency. To be honest, I'm focusing on WES too much because I wasn't able to submit my profile without it, and I lost like almost three draws, which were way below my points. So make sure, literally ensure you are following all the procedures. And if you have like your consultant, ask them how much ever questions you have. They're not going to say no, of course, because you're paying, bro. Next one is the most important as well as a little sensitive also, which is funds. So make sure you have 14,000 Canadian dollars while applying for your PR. That being said, make sure like when you're doing your part-time work or even at your full-time job, you start saving some amount of money, because like I know we all want to enjoy because we are outside of our own home country, and we want to do everything like normal people. But start saving a little money, which would be helpful for you for your PR. And even if you could have some investments or something, that is also like okay. So ensure that you have that. Okay, make sure you be very serious while applying for such process also, because there were a few steps which I missed, and later it even the process took even longer. And trust me, like, you email, you do everything of the sort to everyone, and at the end they are going to take their own time. So make sure that you do not skip on any step just because like you think it is very overrated. Just follow all the process asked by anyone. Okay, next thing is addresses. So make sure you have all the addresses like written down somewhere and saved with their agreements also. I know some of us we tend to live with like roommates and all, and we don't have a proper lease. So make sure you at least have your name under a sublease situation, like a subleasee or something, because the Canadian government would require to trace which places you have been staying since the start of your landing in Canada. Got it? Next one is all the IDs. Make sure you have all your provincial IDs or your passport, driving license, everything, because it is needed. So for Ontario or Quebec or anywhere, like their health card, their photo ID, their driving license, these things are like required. So ensure like you have all of them ready with you. Make sure you scan it and put it in a folder once you have the IDs. Got it? With the passport itself. Next one is a thing which my consultant told me, and I thought of like sharing it with you guys. So, whichever job you are in, ensure that you are at least there for like minimum of 27 weeks. But my consultant told me like keep it 30 weeks. Okay, so minimum of 30 weeks. Make sure you are there in that profile or the job title, whatever it is. It is helpful. I don't know how it is helpful, but it is helpful for your permanent residency. So ensure that. Like I changed from a team leader to data analyst to an ops. So and like it was I think 6 or 7 months, 6 or 7 months like that it happened. But I made sure like everything is about 30 weeks. That is why. So you also ensure that every job profile you have is about 30 weeks. I think I'm not sure why, but it is helpful though. I'll even chat GPT, and if I get the reason of it, I'll share it with you guys also. The next one is all your documents should be notarized. So make sure like whichever documents your consultant has asked you to notary it, like notarize them with the nearest person. You can Google notary places near me and they'll do it. Each page costs like around $5 to $10. Like it's not that expensive, but it is also it costs. That's it. Next one is PCC. So PCC usually takes around 40 days. Mine took approximately 3 to 3.5 months, and because of that, everything got stuck in between. And me, I was like, oh, everyone is doing their job. That is why it is taking time, or like it is what do you say, Christmas time or Diwali time, this and that. That is why it is taking time. However, later I realized that it was just stuck somewhere, and I had to call them or email them. Thankfully, my dad had like contacts, and he like spoke to everybody in my vicinity, and he got it cleared within like days. They'll give like a certificate saying there's no criminal background, like they have done the criminal background check. Okay, so for PCC it costs 41.40 for a demand draft and $60 for the prolator shipping both ways, like going and coming back from India, like the certificate itself. So make sure you go to BLS, you get the checklist, and you fill all the checklist, you put all the documents, and you attach the DD in that and send it. Make sure you're making everything clear, because I made some mistakes and it was returned back to me. Then I had to pay again $60, and then again it went. So make sure you're putting everything correct and sending it, even your first name, last name, middle name, everything. Okay, do not miss on anything. And yeah, and once it comes, everything is done. Because that is the last, I think, a difficult step or a procedure which needs to be done for your permanent residency. Once you have gotten your PCC, they'll ask you to come and do your health checkup. Google the nearest, medical place, the government one, ISCC medical place, and give your medical. It literally doesn't even take more than 30 minutes. Okay, don't like procrastinate on medical also. But at that time, you'll be like almost happy that, oh, things are getting done and all. So you do it like quickly. So this is the document which my consultant gave me to update every single time I had the information, so that everything is well set before applying for my permanent residency and I don't get overwhelmed on the day when we are applying. That is why. So you can just take a screenshot and try to make it as similar as that and see if it works for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like, do like, share, and comment. And do let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll try to answer you, or else, like, I'll even make a video of that. Okay. But yeah, just relax, have patience, and don't overthink a lot. Everything will fall into its place. Okay. So until then, bizu bizu, gossip girl.